Hello folks, and welcome to a Good Friday edition of Music Alerts. The only reason today is good because Music Alerts is now in your life. And I'm here to offer you a vinyl special for this week's Music Alerts. And to begin, a folk duo called Sons of the Town Hall, and a new album called Of Ghosts and Gods, sung by Ben Parker and David Barclay, plus friends. Expect calming vocal harmonies, reflective lyrics, slow-paced and thoughtful, I would say, this one. It has a we'll sing this song when we're good and ready, so put the kettle on while you're waiting kind of thing. Next up, if you're looking for a new copy of Supertramp's classic album Breakfast in America via A&M, I think it was originally, then look out for the Abbey Road edition. This is a half-speed mastered edition on 180-gram vinyl by Mr. Half-Speed himself, Miles Showell. Very nice man is old Miles. I've spoken to him on a couple of occasions. Good guy, knows his stuff. Next up, from Jesus Factory. Is it Jesus with a Z? I'll put the name below just to make absolutely sure. Comes the album Sleep It Off. This is a new album rather. Sleep It Off, a tribute to the Brazen Hussies, consisting of Deus, Daisy Chainsaw Queen Adrena, Death in Vegas, Front 242, Sucky Love, and Kiss My Jazz. Kiss My Jazz, which is a great name. I wish I'd have thought of that first. This one's available on clear yellow vinyl, and this is the label's 20th anniversary release, so congrats to them. Next up, we have the Buzzcocks. Yes, they're back, folks, with a new, I repeat, new album called Attitude Adjustment via Cherry Red. And no, I wouldn't call this a punk album. I know lots of other people are calling it a punk album because the Buzzcocks traditionally are a punk band. But no, I would say this is a grown-up rock album from grown-up punks who know far too much about the world to produce a punk album. And that's a good thing. Onto the 4AD label now, and an artist I can never pronounce, Anjimile. I think it's Anjimile, apologies if not. There's a reissue here of a 2023 album. Not that much of a difference in time, hey. Anyway, the album is called You're Free to Go, his second, which is an intimate indie folk outing with subtle electronic textures, and it's all rather emotional. There's an acoustic heart, and there's also a bit of the spiritual on this one. There's also another 4AD reissue, going back a bit further, 2018, the debut LP from Buck Meek, a guitarist in Big Thief, if you're familiar with Big Thief. This one is another low-key intimate release. This one has folk elements as well. There's a bit of a theme in this particular video, isn't there? There's a folky theme going on. Big on atmosphere is this LP, storytelling, and lots of space. Pretty Flowers, that's the track I recommend on this LP. It's a great track. Next we have Fruits de Mer, UK record label, and The Phantom of Canton from Soft Hearted Scientists, which also has a bit of folk in it, but this time wrapped in psychedelia. The album is melodic, it is literary, and slightly surreal, which is basically a description of my life right there. If you like Kevin Ayers, on to James Taylor and the James Taylor Quartet now. Well, James Taylor of the James Taylor Quartet, because he's on his own and he's sitting at a piano, a rather large Steinway, because this is James Taylor's first ever album of classical interpretations via the album Shadows and Dreams on the Acid Jazz label. I know, it's a bit weird, it's a bit odd, different, but Taylor has a deep love for classical music. He's wanted to do this for many, many years. He was worried about, well, you know, you've got your fan base and they don't like strange things, do they? Fans prefer their heroes to do the same thing. They don't want them to age. They just want them to repeat the first album over and over again. They don't want anything different. And James Taylor has said, sod you all. That's not a quote. It's just my interpretation of his classical interpretations. What we have here are arrangements, as I say, at a big Steinway, featuring works by Bach, good old Bach, Bach, Mozart, Beethoven, and other classical cats. Next up we have Synesthesia by Peel, Palmer, Tausig. Apologies if I got that wrong. And Gould. This is a 2026 brand new instrumental LP. I think it's 4 big tracks. It's a collaborative project of underground psych prog, instrumental prog, bit of krautrock, this bit of that, bit of the other, really. This album leans into the neurological idea of synesthesia, where senses overlap. Progressive in every sense of the word, I would call this one. Next, check out a new release from Peter Gabriel and In the Big Room on, surprise, surprise, the Real World label. Performed in the Big Room at Real World Studios, which is Gabriel's own studio in Wiltshire, is it? It's not a standard concert recording, this one. It is a live recording, more like a private, high-quality studio performance in front of a limited amount of people. 100 people, I think it was, members of Gabriel's Full Moon Club. This was a gig, a concert, performed on the 23rd of November 2003, and it's just come out now. Tracks include Games Without Frontiers, Shock the Monkey, and Mercy Street. Finally, Emily Whitbrot. Excuse me, Emily, if I've got your name wrong, I probably have. Many apologies. Emily Whitbrot. Wearing Words is the LP, and it takes pop and experiments with it and introduces plenty of classical themes, heavily classical orientated, I would say. The idea of this album is that Whitbrot was a Witbrot. I'm struggling. Anyway, the lady herself, Emily, wrote her melodies and then kind of found words to fit. To be worn by melodies, as the album title has it, Wearing Words. This is musical theatre mixed with avant-pop plus neoclassical structures. And that's a lot, folks. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this video. Thank you for all of your support. It is much appreciated. Hope you have a nice holiday, Easter holiday. And there are links down below for people who need to be linked. Any Bandcamp kind of bits and bobs you'll find down there. Also my own stuff, Facebook group, website, and Patreon. If you can support me on Patreon, if you like these kind of videos, then consider supporting me over there. I will put all my videos over there first. You'll be able to see them there first, early access and all that gear. And then later on they come over onto this channel. So over there, that's where it's happening, folks. There's exclusive stuff over there too. I'll be back next week with another one of these, and won't be Friday, it'll be Saturday. So if you want to see another one of these, then Saturday is where you need to be. And I hope to have your company at that time. Until then, folks, bye-bye for now.